What's going on, everybody? Marvel the Cross 316 back with another comic book flashback. Today, folks, we're looking at Fantastic Four, issue number 17. This issue came out in August of 1963, and today, folks, we're seeing the Fantastic Four go up against Doctor Doom. We saw from last issue that he escaped the micro universe and he's returned back to reality here, the normal universe that we live in, and now the Fantastic Four are on the search of Doctor Doom. Today's title is Defeated by Doctor Doom. So, oh my, it looks like the Fantastic Four are going to be defeated by Doctor Doom. Is that going to be the case? We'll have to look and see. Today's comic is brought to you by Stan Lee, who wrote this issue. We have Jack Kirby on the artwork, inking by Dick Ayers, and the lettering page by Art Simek. And so we see that the Fantastic Four are saying goodbye to Ant-Man. Ant-Man helped the Fantastic Four defeat Doctor Doom last issue, and they are just so happy to be allies with the Ant-Man. And so as the Fantastic Four say goodbye to the Ant-Man, now their biggest problem is tracking down Doctor Doom. Exactly where is he at? That's the big question. And so we see just a little bit of a retelling of what happened from last issue. If you had just so happened to not seen that issue, go back and look at that. But here's a bit of a retelling here, told by the Thing, the Human Torch, and both of them are going back and forth at each other, saying that Ant-Man would be a better suit for the Fantastic Four than one of these people, like, Thing and the Human Torch. They always bicker back with each other, but to be honest, they actually love each other. But anyway, we see that the Human Torch says, "You better watch what you say to me, Thing, because I was knighted by one of the Queen here from last issue, so you should actually call me my lord." And then Mr. Fantastic's like, "Alright, clam up, Ben and Johnny, that's enough out of you two. What we gotta really worry about is tracking down the whereabouts of Doctor Doom." He said, "I think the three of us should be helping you right now by searching the city ourselves." That's what Sue Storm says. And we see Johnny Storm's like, "Good idea, sis. I could use a little bit of action." Yeah, just like they say in comic books, huh? So they're all searching for Doctor Doom. You see that the Thing falls into this manhole, and then he's going to inadvertently save this woman from being hit by a car here. And so the Thing thinks he has tracked down the Doctor Doom here, but it's actually just this guy dressed up as a knight. And he's basically campaigning for this new theater thing, when knights were bold to play. And then we see that Sue Storms is going to see that there's a deal going on. This guy's looking at a gun. It looks kind of dangerous, kind of sketchy. But actually, the only thing is it only fires ping pong balls, not actual bullets. So they are all just coming up without any kind of proof of where Doctor Doom is at. So they're all going to go back to their normal lives as the Fantastic Four, trying to avoid the FF fans here. And so this guy, who looks like a janitor, is going to help the Fantastic Four get around their paparazzi here. And this guy looks kind of sketchy, but anyway, he's going to help them escape here by getting on this elevator. Well, it just so happens that this is not no ordinary janitor. It is actually Doctor Doom dressed up as a janitor here. And what he did was he placed these tiny discs on all four of the Fantastic Four when he shook their hands. And so those are going to be tracking devices, and then Doctor Doom is going to send these four ghost-like creatures, and they're all going to embarrass the Fantastic Four as one ghost embarrasses Johnny Storm on his date here with Helen. We see that another ghost embarrasses the Thing here while he is out and about with Alicia, his girlfriend. We see another ghost comes and embarrasses Sue Storms while she's getting her pictures made. And then another ghost embarrasses Reed Richards when he is getting an honorary degree, another doctorate of some kind. And this ghost is following Reed Richards back to the Fantastic Four headquarters along with the other members of the Fantastic Four, and Reed Richards realizes that this is no ordinary ghost, but these are just robots that were created by Doctor Doom, and he's the only one to notice that there was this disc on his hand that was placed by Doctor Doom. So these ghosts instantly vanish here, and now they all suspect what we all know is that Doctor Doom is basically viewing every move of the Fantastic Four from his own headquarters here. But this is just a part of Doctor Doom's plan. Now he's going to use Alicia Masters as his next pawn here. So what he does is he kidnaps Alicia Masters by flipping a switch here. She floats and gravitates up into the air, and she's going to go up into his spaceship, his hidden spaceship here. And now news is out that Alicia Masters has been kidnapped. As a girl walks on air in view of thousands, Ben Grimm is about to lose his ever-loving mind when all of a sudden Doctor Doom gets a hold of the Fantastic Four and tells them that they are going to meet their final doom here, and if they try anything, Doctor Doom has weapons here that he can cause mass hallucinations or cause spores to grow up, and giant vines will come across the entire landscape of New York City. And so the Fantastic Four are now going to have to figure out, where is Doctor Doom? Where is his whereabouts and his hidden base? And what Doctor Doom is now wanting is not only the defeat of the Fantastic Four, but he also wants a cabinet rank in the government. And this gets a hold of President John F. Kennedy, who's the president at the time. And we see that what we're going to see is Doctor Doom is not going to get his way here. And this is where Doctor Doom is going to get a hold of all the weapons and cause layoffs and everything. Somehow he does this, and he gets a hold of the people are enemies from behind the Iron Curtain. Remember, the Soviet Union was still around at the time. So they hear about America's problems. But what we're going to see is the Fantastic Four are going to step up to the plate, and they're going to track down Doctor Doom. And of course, Reed Richards realizes where the hideout of Doctor Doom is, as he uses some fancy gadget, that one of 1,000 of his gadgets that he uses to track down Doctor Doom's whereabouts. And he also found out that there are diabolical parts of his trap here. His followers, those robot ghosts, did more than just follow us before. They transmitted to Doctor Doom an actual printed circuit of our atomic and molecular body structure. And so what Reed Richards is going to do is he's going to have to use this formula here to give it to things so he can change back to Ben Grimm long enough so he can get past this security system of Doctor Doom's base so that he can sneak on board. But if those rays here, those giant yellow rays here, strike the Thing, then the Thing is going to die. So what Ben Grimm has to do is he has to not change back to the Thing in time enough so that he can get on board, and he's successful in doing that. And he is just on a rampage here looking for Alicia, his girlfriend. All members of the Fantastic Four are then going to sneak on base here on Doctor Doom's whereabouts, and now they're going to go after and try to save Alicia. All members of the Fantastic Four are going to be met by different booby traps here laid out by Doctor Doom, but the Fantastic Four are going to be able to get past these booby traps. And Doctor Doom's like, "Bah, that accursed foursome has more lice than a pack of cats." So his last weapon, he said, this will surely work here. He doesn't know exactly where the Invisible Girl is, but these three members of the Fantastic Four are going to be met by these heated spheres here. He thinks that he has won here when all of a sudden he realizes that it was actually these false images of the Fantastic Four that were created by the Human Torch. We see Doctor Doom is able to get his force screen up just in time so he doesn't get in harm's way. The Human Torch explains how he was able to do that, And the thing says, "That's enough talking, kid. I want to know where Alicia is, and I want to know now." Dr. Doom says, "Never. She'll remain my prisoner until I've disposed of you all." We see that Sue Storms, the Invisible Girl, was able to track down the whereabouts of Alicia Masters, and she's going to tell Alicia to hide, and Sue Storms is going to act as Alicia here. Dr. Doom realizes that this was a trap here, and now the Invisible Girl actually is going to play a key part in saving the Fantastic Four and defeating Dr. Doom in this issue, as we see. Dr. Doom gets a hold of her invisible body here as she's about to turn off that panel here that's controlling these iron bars here. But Reed Richards actually taught Sue Storms here judo. So Dr. Doom is just about to shoot the Invisible Girl when all of a sudden, boom, here comes the three members of the Fantastic Four, and Dr. Doom is left with no choice but to hop out of the plane here. And he is sent hurtling through those clouds. We don't know exactly if he dies or not, but rest assured we'll probably see Dr. Doom once again in future issues. And the Fantastic Four were successful in saving Alicia Masters. And for now, folks, that is all we have for this issue. I hope you liked it. Next issue, we'll be looking at issue number 18. And then after issue number 18, we'll be looking at the first annual of this volume, annual number 1. So don't go away, folks. We got a lot more coming up next. We'll be looking at issue number 18 coming up next, folks. So go ahead now and give this video a like. Comment down below what you liked about this issue. Subscribe if you have not. And I will see y'all in the next one.